in this evening, probably about 8:30 or 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. That seems pretty good. All right, chat, but settle in. It's gonna be a long one. This is the worst part about playing blue-white control on Magic Online is other people on Magic Online fucking love playing blue-white control. So you're guaranteed to play multiple mirrors. What's going on, Malurian? Please cast Search. Whoa, do they not have a land drop? Rats. I got so excited there for a second. Missing a land drop in the control mirror is the quickest way to die. Speaking of missing land drops in the control mirror, I would love a Cryptic Command. I'm gonna opt again here. That one's pretty good too. All right, well, I was gonna dig for land drops there, and then we found 2 aces, so here we are. I'm probably gonna cycle this Censor if they don't give us something to force spike here. It's like a land drop with suspend. Yeah, kinda. To a degree. Oh no, chat! They're sculpting our minds! They're sculpting our minds! How will we ever recover? This is actually one of the positions where Jace is quite scary, right? Very, very good here. Like I have this Detention Sphere, but if they slam a Teferi next turn, we're kind of, right? I'm actually gonna concede to a Teferi next turn. Just like not worth. Ooh, come on, pass, Mr. Land Drop. God, they keep skipping their first main phase and getting me excited. They keep skipping their first main phase and getting me excited. Quit being a tease. They easily would have slammed Teferi by now if they had it, right? This Chatterson. Chad, don't activate Chad. All right. I'm gonna bin that. I guess snapping this back means I don't get to flip Azcanta next turn, which kind of sucks. But it does help me dig to a land. We actually talked about this yesterday, Teferi. If you're playing a Grand Prix or a Comp REL event, it's actually advantageous for you to not visually represent your triggers. You should clearly explain to your opponent what's going on and putting them on the stack, but giving your opponent a visual reminder of what's going on allows them to exert less mental effort into the game, which makes it easier for them to play against you and understand fully what's going on. Like, you shouldn't lie about the board state or lie about your triggers. That's breaking the rules and wrong. But you should, like, giving that extra visual indicator that you're not required to give is giving your opponent a competitive advantage that you're not required to give to them. God, that's such a fucking tilt. I can't bin that. There's no way. There's no way I can bin that. Let the greed flow through you, my child. Let the greed flow through you. Blessed Alliance. Alright. Means I get to flip my Azcanta next turn. God bless. God bless us, everyone. So this is kind of bad if they have an untapped land, but if they use their untapped land to kill my Gideon, I do get to slam my Teferi, which is nice. Just gonna get a free window to play the hero of Dominaria. Correct, yes. Yeah, if you are proficient enough to play Dredge, you should play Dredge with your deck in a pile. Because if your deck's in a tiny pile, your opponent has less information. That's unfortunate. I think these Chads are just gonna sit here and keep diddling each other. Hey, diddle diddle, the Chad and the fiddle. I think I might end step bounce this Detention Sphere. The person in chat was asking about having physical token markers for the card Jeskai Ascendancy. That's what yes. Reveal. Would like to make some tokens. Probably baits a counterspell. Hey, did I have a thing? I feel like there was a thing. Nope, did I miss it? This does let them field my Azcanta, I guess, but I think I'm okay with that. This configuration is super light on things for the mirror. I guess Path's not the worst here, but I really don't have particularly good cards to bring in. 2 negates and a disenchant only. All the same, whoever has the most counterspells in super late game wins. I have no idea. I haven't played Teferi counterspell mirrors in Modern. This is probably my first one, second one. Look, chat, when it's your stream, you're gonna be allowed to play through every grueling, aching, tedious minute of the blue-white control mirror where you're mostly behind and slowly losing the entire time. But here on this channel, I don't do that. Don't want this path. I think I'll take the Field of Ruin. Not only is hitting land drops important in a control mirror, but Field of Ruin takes them off their Colonnades and their Azcantas. Probably go Colonnade tapped into Field of Ruin, snap Serum Visions on 3. I'm gonna be honest. I almost conceded the match there, but I was like, no, we should slog through. We should slog through. It has to be a really significant amount of money to get me to play matches that I think are just, like, miserable. Because, like, matches that aren't fun are bad Magic content. So, like, it's not even just about the amount of money you're giving me to play the league. Because, like, if you're requiring me to make my content bad while playing it, having the content be worse costs me money as well. In addition to costing me, you know, in addition to costing me extra, in addition to costing me mental sanity. But yeah, more percentage points. To answer your question, probably of a minimum of $100 for the league, depending on how slow or fast the deck is. If it's gonna feel like work, I gotta get paid like it's work. Which, if I work, I usually expect it to be at least $50 an hour if I'm bored. I didn't attack because I clicked through it, is the answer. Because I was talking to chat. Is this a significant amount of money? Yeah, you figured it out. Figured it out. I think shocking to bluff Cryptic Command is pretty negligible. My opponent's pretty unlikely to run a threat out into 2 mana. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a hint. I have zero sympathy for people that are like, you timed me out before I could elaborate myself. You can elaborate yourself before you click enter. You are in no way obligated to send your message in little short bursts. I always love when people who don't stream on Twitch try and dictate to me how to. Well, you should read the rules when you click into the chat. It's a good life lesson. Be aware of rules in the places you're going. Somebody clip this. It was a lot of fun streaming. I've enjoyed streaming Hearthstone because it's like given me, not only do I enjoy the game, so like I'm playing some Hearthstone because I'm enjoying playing it, but like having like firsthand insight into like when people say you should stream more popular games. Twitch isn't just about streaming games that are in demand. There's a lot of nuance that goes into building an audience on Twitch that is more than just you should stream the game that's currently the most popular game on Twitch. Maybe I should have just fired this up and smacked them, because if they path me, I'd be pretty okay with that, right? I think playing games online is way more convenient than paper. Paper is slow and clunky. While I enjoyed playing the Jeskai Ascendancy deck in the tournament, the paper Magic that I played last weekend, I was reminded how tedious it is to play 7 matches of Magic in, you know, an 8-hour time period. Like, that's so little Magic compared to what I'm able to play while I play online. The actual answer is one that people that are new streamers probably aren't going to want to hear. Streaming has a lot to do with being in the right place at the right time. The way Twitch works, it is a very much the rich get richer system. So the people that are at the top of a given channel are the people that tend to collect more viewers. So even if you could be like the next best streamer in the world at Magic or Hearthstone or whatever popular game there is, just firing up and streaming really isn't enough to get you noticed. You basically need to coordinate with someone who's larger than you and already has a presence on Twitch to dump viewers into you several times with hosting to push you up into the top of the channel for that game. Yeah, it's a snowball effect. So, you know, there's probably people that are better streamers than me and Newmont and Caleb, and like, we're good at what we do, but like, there are people that could definitely be better than us that are like just never going to reasonably get noticed because they're just so far down in the viewer count. That's why whenever I try to sign off, I always look for whatever format I'm playing and then look for a smaller streamer so I can dump viewers into them to give them a chance to hook some people in if they're being engaging. But that's a big part of it. Like, I'm a realist. I understand that part of my success here on Twitch is definitely related to the fact that, like, Cheon went to go work for Wizards of the Coast, right? Like, Cheon was one of the top constructed streamers in addition to Caleb, and he streamed primarily during the daytime US. So when he left, there was a void, and I ramped up my schedule, and I'm here filling that void. I mean, I also think I'm reasonably good at what I do, but I also know that just being good at what I do isn't enough to be successful here. Why aren't we clocking him with Gideon? You're right, we should be. We should be. They're just gonna path him, but I'm happy to have the extra land, right? Because, like, if they come in with Colonnade, I'm just going to path their Colonnade, especially now that I have double path. Yeah, and that's part of it, too. Like, part of my notoriety that allowed me to gain my initial streaming audience, because I gained some of my initial streaming audience before hosting was a thing. I gained some of my audience from... How many lands do I have here? I should just let this happen so I can Teferi with Negate up, right? I should just let this happen so I can Teferi with Negate up. Because I could path this, but if I path this, I can't Teferi with Negate. Yeah, I'm just going to let this happen. They get to eat my Snapcaster Mage here, but I think this is worthwhile. Yep, definitely. And like I said, I started doing this because it was just something I wanted to do. I never expected to do this as a job. So the fact that it turned into a job is kind of wild and awesome, but it definitely wasn't the reason why I started doing what I'm doing. I actually don't know offhand. I don't recall reading anything like that, Slim Wenzy, but I don't see why that would be against the rules. I think I want a Logic Knot here rather than Negate, because that plays around Spell Snare. So remember, even though Logic Knot, I'm only paying 2 mana, the X is part of the cost here. So this plays around to Spell Snare. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And I mean, the goal of playing Magic full-time wasn't really to gain notoriety. I was also doing that because I just enjoyed playing Magic. But, like, you know, it definitely... All right, so we're dead. All right, good chat. Good chat. That's how control mirrors go. You pick your fight, you lose your fight, you lose the game. Good chat. Good chat. Let me know. Let me know how early that concession was, because I value my time. I feel like paying for hosts is in the moral spirit of Hoaglandia. Oh. Oh, maybe the opponent forgets to activate Teferi. No, the opponent had a Dispel for a counterspell. They had Counterspell plus Dispel. So they activated their Colonnade knowing what they were doing. I think it was still right for us to pick that fight there, but we definitely lost. The surgical beam stand line. Don't play limited and then you won't lose money in drafts. Pro tip, you will never lose. I have never lost $1 drafting on Magic Online because I don't draft. Both concessions were late. Fight me. Oh no. Oh no, not barbershops. It's like the league that never ends. It's the league that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friends. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. On June 18th, your life will change forever. So until then, this is the only way for me to get in the queue. Let's fire the people's cannon. Sounds good, wannabe Beetle. Thanks for the big resub. Oh, sweet. Breeding pool Thopter Foundry, not barbershops. Playing a brew. God bless you, opponent. God bless you. For those of you that are savages in chat who aren't men of education, barbershops is lantern control because it takes a little bit off the top. Takes a little bit off the top. Took off work for it. Justin, can I ask a question about the 18th? Should I plan to stream extra long that day? Should I plan to do more than my normal 7 hours? Can I have that bit of information? I think I just want to opt. I want you to know that I was in the middle of donating to make you not concede this match when they played that stupid Thopter Foundry. Normal hours is fine. God bless. I think if we hit 1,500 sub points before next weekend, I'm probably gonna add some long and some extra streams next weekend. And Christy's gonna go visit family in Chicago with the kids and leave me at home, so I might as well do some streaming stuff. You're going to be the MTGO equivalent of Justin and Nivik's sex dungeon and just being locked there with horrible decks until you become numb with humiliation. That's a deep and dark description, Burgle. That's a heck of a description. We're looking for our one detention sphere here, right? That's basically what's going on at this point. Yeah. Taste it. Taste it. Give him the D. Would you like to taste my D, opponent? That's a good question. Should I schedule decks for that day? Oh no, they can sack it. They can. Oh no. Oh no. I was so excited I didn't realize what I was excited about. Oh no. Ugh. It's been a while since we've played blue-white control. Decks without clocks suck in this format. It's just, even when they're good, they just take so long. Like, at least Jeskai control can, like, bolt, snap, bolt people like this, right? Terryless Jund isn't part of the queue, but not sure if I submit a new list or just throw money at the existing black-green rock decks in the queue. Yes. There are lots of choices. There are lots of choices. It's a little abrupt, opponent. All right, so we're looking for our Entreat the Angels at this point, right? Ooh! Ooh! Let the sculpting of the minds begin, chat. Let the sculpting of the minds begin. So they can only make one Thupter here. So I can brainstorm away. So I can Miracle Terminus on their turn now, which is great too. So if they make another Thupter and then want to get frisky with my Jace, I can Terminus them. From start to finish, uncut. I actually can't do both. Because on OBS I start and stop. Oh, I guess I could export it from Twitch. Yeah, probably. What do we think about just plussing my Teferi here? I think I'm gonna, or Nox, I think I'm just gonna revival my Teferi. They could have counter spells in their deck. I don't know exactly what they're playing. Is this a Spyglass? Or are they getting Sword? Pithing Needle. On the 18th, your life will change forever. Until then, you'll receive these kids in their 18th. If this doesn't speak volumes about the current state of Modern, I don't know what does. Just Jace the Mind Sculptor in play. Yes. Put that one on the bottom. Jace the Mind Sculptor in play. Cast Teferi. Whir for Needle for Teferi. It requires me manually recording all the in-between too. I know how to use FFmpeg to join videos. I've done that in the past when I mess things up. We saw Tezzeret, Agent of Bolas. Which they... It is just fucking Magic Online, man. Just... I bottomed this card. I bottomed this card. Did you lecture me on my candy intake? My candy intake is great. Candy is wonderful. I'm just letting you know that now is not conceding too early. It's funny because it's true. Teferi is Pithing Needled, chat. For people that are wondering why I forgot about my Planeswalker, Teferi is Pithing Needled. I didn't forget about him. I can't use him. Glad to see him on the banner. Thanks for the double dip 2 months in a row, Wannabe Beetle. I'm gonna shock this in just in case we cycle into Entreat the Angels. Yo, dog. Ding. Alright, so we want to draw an untapped land here. So if I bounce Needle Teferi the Tez, then they get to kill my Teferi with Thopters. I kind of want to bounce Needle and then plus the Teferi. I could also end step on their turn, bounce the Detention Sphere something. Let's start here and see what they do. They could sack this to make a Thopter. They probably will just put it back in their hand, though. Thanks for the bit, Zach Myers. I see your message. Kids these days. I should Serum Visions here before I decide what I do. Do I double bottom here? I think I double bottom here. I think I just want a Path to Exile to try and protect my Teferi ASAP. Yeah, I can. Chat. Teferi untaps my lands. This card does, like, actual everything. Okay, even sort of meek. Thank you. I tweeted, I forgot to update the stream title. I'm gonna let this happen. The opponent has a Pithing Needle in hand, chat, for context here. Then they just get to resolve the Pithing Needle. I mean, I can probably time this opponent out in 3 games because they're down 2.5 minutes on clock right now. This is about to be a slog. So, I can snap Noxious Revival here. It doesn't seem like it does anything. I'm gonna snap Opt and see where we get. It's pretty good. Deal. Yeah, we do just need to grind through the Thopter Foundries for sure. Yep, that's basically the line, Tom. Should I return this D-Seer to our hand over and over again? The question is, I think they're going to be able to kill us in the middle with Tezzeret making 5/5s perhaps. This is the 4th deck of the day. We've been live for a little bit more than 6 hours. So I'm going to tap their creatures. I'm going to bounce my D-Sphere, tap their creatures. Yeah, at this point I think I'm invested in timing them out. For better or worse. You can look in the donation queue, Infinite Zombie, to look at the deck list that we played today. They'll also be up on YouTube later. I always start about 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, which is about 6 hours prior to right now. So I'm obligated to Terminus here, right? Why didn't I leave up a dual land? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm either conceding the match or I'm like playing to time them out at this point. I'm not dead on board, right? They make 5 power here, but then I don't have another sweeper, right? Yeah, I just don't really want to play this. I should probably stop accepting these control decks that aren't just Sky. Not only do they take a while to play, but they just don't, like, there's so many matches that just, like, aren't engaging with them, I feel. I think we're doing okay. Yeah, 1.8 gigs. Those were the options. That match probably wasn't going to have a natural conclusion. Either grind them into the dust because they're playing slowly, or Yeah, I agree. And the reason why Jeskai Control is so good in Modern is because it's able to pivot and change its game plan based on what it needs to be doing. It's able to bolt snap bolt people. I mean, like, I feel like a lot of control mirrors really aren't well balanced, just because, like, somebody is almost certainly greedier than the other person, and they're going to put that person in a worse spot just because of their card selection. So, like, there's one person who's almost always getting outslogged. Cliff's Inquisition. God bless. God bless. Not a mirror. Not Sultites. Jund, Burn, Hallowed One. Whatever you're doing, I'll take it. I don't mind playing long, grindy control mirrors if the control decks are good, but I don't think these blue-white decks are very good in Modern. They don't have the tools it feels necessary to be good. And Jeskai is very good. There were two Jeskai control decks that were almost identical main decks that 7-1 the Invitational, the Modern portion. I was gonna say, this deck, the deck's bad against Blood Moon is not a reason to play blue-white control. This deck is very rancid against Blood Moon. The record command is broadcaster only because I couldn't disable it because the record command is consistently wrong. Well, I really need to just disable it. Can a mod look up how to actually disable a command? Maybe I'll just ask Dan Bopes later. Instead of it just saying broadcaster. I'd like it to just not do anything when people type record. I'm gonna cast this Telling Time and dig for a Terminus. God bless us, everyone. Should we hold up Censor next turn, or do we play the Colonnade tapped? I probably want to hold up Censor's last path. We got you, Lethal. We got you. I might counter a flashback Faithless Looting here. And this is actually a good example of like why Mardu is so good. Like the fact that they're just like able to ditch these two fatal pushes here in a matchup where they're not good to this Faithless Looting game one is very powerful. Most of these people don't play basic plane, so I'm going to try and take them off of this so they can't Lingering Souls us potentially. Rude. Rude. Way to have respect, opponent. Way to build a mana base that's not actually greedy. What is this nonsense? What is this hullabaloo? Why aren't you greedy? Ooh, let the sculpting of the minds begin. I'm gonna plus on myself here. I would love to bottom that. Want to get the old mind Sculptor here out of bolt range. That being said, I'm sure he's about to get double bolted. Oh yeah, just completely reasonable, beatable things. Kill your Jace the Mind Sculptor, untap, cast Ancestral Visions attached to a 3/4. Yeah, that's fine. I can beat that. No big deal. Alright, let's leave this Cryptic Command up here. Interesting, Slim Onesie. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. But do it for the memes. Yeah, we are unfortunately 0-2. The people banking on the 5-0 bingo squares are going to be disappointed today. The last card's going to be another Bedlam Reveler, and I'm going to hate myself. No, stop it. Stop it. God bless. All right. Whew. Whew. They made red there, and I was like, that's literally a Bedlam Reveler. This is about to happen to me. That's true. That is a glass half full approach there, Tom. I guess I shock this in to have Snap Cryptic up. I think I'm obligated to counterspell this. I don't actually know. I feel like I can't flashback Cryptic. I can't activate Colonnade. Seems pretty important for actually killing my opponent. I don't know. Their last card is going to be a Bedlam Reveler, and I'm going to be very sad. We've got this going for us, at least. We've got this going for us. Maybe we can just run them out of threats with Terminuses and D-Spheres. D-Sphere's like a 1 for -5, right? I have successfully spent a card to get rid of the 3/4s that were attached to their Ancestral Visions. Yay! Okay, they rebought a Pyromancer here. can a mod update the no-fly list with blue-white control? I can't do it. Call it just a control. All right. I think I'm gonna do one more. I think I'm gonna do one more. What else? What else is in my queue? What is? I feel like I need a good pure meme to cleanse my palate. Cleanse my palate after that. What do we got? Let's beat people down. Let's do this. Let's do this. So this is, we played an iteration of this deck earlier.